I'm just gonna ramble again for like 4 minutes and then like start the game when like maybe one, maybe two people show up. I've been seeing a bunch of like fan art, typically like crossover fan art for this game called what was it? No, I'm Not a Human, that one. So I decided to check out the game, and it looks like really cool. So I'll probably play it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream it or not. But it looks really good. I watched like a couple minutes of like a couple other people playing it. And it looks like something I'd really like. I have a little extra lunacy for gambling today. Very cool, very swag. I always love gambling. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I forgot to finish the Jiashitun interval. Many people are saying this. It's very unfortunate moment. The only solution is to gamble harder. You need to get better at gambling. I'm wearing this big jacket, and it has like a bunch of buttons and zippers on it. Yeah. Work loves to do things to me. Alright, I'm gonna boot up the game. I did write like 2 sentences for the Otis Grinch fanfiction. A new record for off-stream writing. Yeah, I guess, yeah, we're playing the collab. I don't know jack shit about Arknights. True, true. Yeah, I'm gonna start by gambling, I think. I'm gonna start with the pulls. Yeah, I think I'm almost definitely gonna get that No, I'm Not a Human game.
저녁은 저녁만큼의 운치가 있어요. 비록 여기서 제방만큼 풍경은
But I'm
잘 안
not sure whether I
보이지만
should stream it or play it on my own because I obviously won't be able to get as much done if I just play it on or if I just stream it. Anything left for this? No? Okay.
저녁은 저녁만큼의 운치가 있어요. 비록 여기서 제방만큼 풍경은 잘 안
Real.
보이지만
I love you login
같이 있어서
bonus. Mwah. Gamble time. Alright. Give me that Honglu. Give me that Honglu. Please. Fuck. Teleport on. Ooh, time to throw away all my funds for nothing. Hehe. I need more funds. Your odds are low, but they're never zero. Hi, fell bullet, Yi-sang. Hang on, wait, can I shard? Can I shard this? Not shardable? Okay, not shardable. Very worrisome. I need that Hongmu. SP going down! Oh, I'm going insane! Oh boy! We keep getting gold and no fucking blue!
주문은 이쪽에서 받겠습니다.
I mean, hey, at the very least you got them to protect your ass from everything ever. Forever grateful to the high shows of Hangyeon. Please. Blue. Why aren't you blue? Ah. Well. Suffering from success. Yeah, whatever, man. I hate my life. Alright, well, we have Ting Tang Honglu with us, so we're perfectly fine.
점수 준비 끝.
I was exploring the Lobotomy Corporation branch when my consciousness sinks into the depths. The sense of cognition, itself a concept without form, flows into the shadow of an ever-widening river, swept up in its currents to nowhere. And we ran into an abnormality. But Saad told us that the Hongyeon's Lobotomy Corp branch should be free of any abnormalities. The abnormality, which had appeared out of nowhere, was more otherworldly than any we'd encountered so far in our journey. And deep blue. It was fathomlessly blue, and seemed to have a pull that endlessly drew us into itself. Just as I was about to recall this abnormality, a myriad of sceneries and a flood of incalculable thoughts crashed into my mind like wild waves before ebbing away from its shores. I was already lost and adrift somewhere within my own consciousness when I realized this. Just how long am I going to be adrift? The sensation of my own consciousness floating away is quite the unfamiliar one. I floated about in that strange state for a while. I think this is the poster girl from Arknights, maybe. The shade of blue looks familiar. Te? An unfamiliar voice seizes my aimlessly drifting consciousness. Are you Dante? Memories of the sea, indeed. We're back in X-Corp! Ah! We need to kill the whale! The fog of my vision clears as a voice breaks through the waves, and a concerned expression comes into view. Yes, I am.
Ah! What a relief! Gregor! I think Dante has come too!
So who are... I was about to ask further questions to the stranger with particularly long, animal-like ears, but... Hold on tight, my compass is curiosity. Welcome to the stream, Hengler. I felt the drowsiness coursing back with the terrifying memories of the dream, rendering me unable to speak. I have to get a hold of myself. After an indeterminate amount of time had passed, I barely managed to wake myself from slumber to get a grasp of my surroundings, only to find myself surrounded by more unfamiliarities. There was that stranger from earlier, sitting atop a rock and silently taking in the sights. A young girl who probably saved my life. Ah. 7 billion reds for this individual. Wait, so were those animal ears after all? Okay, that's not important right now. I have to prioritize figuring out just where in the world I ended up in. So, where?
We're standing by the Iberian coastline. How are you feeling?
A little out of it, but I'm okay otherwise. Iberia, huh?
Yes, we're in Iberia.
Well, given that we're next to an ocean, maybe I drifted all the way to Eucorp's Great Lake. Iberia was an unfamiliar name, but that was all I had to go on, given the city was still full of more unknowns than knowns to me.
I radioed your colleagues when you briefly woke up earlier. They'll be here any minute.
I see. Wait, my colleagues? You must have run into the sinners then! The fog of my mind immediately cleared as soon as I realized that the sinners were all nowhere to be seen.
Sinners? I think so. I ran into them earlier. They were looking all over the place for someone with a clock for their head. It's a pretty unique description, so I could tell right away that you were the person they were looking for. So this clockhead does come in handy. Manager bud! Dante! I'd woken up in an unfamiliar place to an unfamiliar face, and in the midst of this all-around sense of displacement, the faces that appeared before me were certainly a sight for sore eyes. Yeah, I agree. Honglu is a sight for sore eyes, isn't he? Gregor! Honglu! Miss Rabbit here told me she found you unconscious by the ocean, and I came as fast as I could, and oh boy, I was worried that something bad might have happened. Glad to see you're doing fine. Were you lost at sea? I don't know. Welcome to the stream. Aw, man. No spoilers! You can't just spoil the yaoi for me. Well, not technically yaoi. They, them, yaoi. I don't know. Yeah, technically not yaoi because we don't know Dante's gender.
It's okay, I don't know anything about Arknights. So you know what? It may as well just be, it may as well just be, all the same. They really arced on our knights, huh? Well, I do think I'm fine, though. I guess not having any way to drink water's finally come in handy. You should go get that checked out, just in case. Wait, your head's waterproof, right? Gregor takes a moment to steady his breathing, then mutters a casual quip as he lights a cigarette. Well, he doesn't seem that concerned. Maybe we're not actually in that much danger. So, what happened? Where are we? Oh, okay. Yes, rejoice. I added, like, 2 sentences to that fanfiction off stream. I'll probably, being real, I'll probably have another designated writing segment this stream. Grinch anatomy lesson. Okay, so first, what I'm going with is they're born from eggs. Like, actually, hang on. New developments. You know how seahorses, you know how only male seahorses can get pregnant? And then they lay eggs? The same is true for the Grinch. For Grinches. Is there, I mean, obviously I haven't, you know, like I said, I haven't, like, you know, interacted with any kind of Dr. Seuss media, since I was, like, 7 at oldest, probably. Actually, 7 is probably overshooting it. Probably, like, I don't know, fucking 5, 3. So I don't are the Grinches a species, or is it just the one? I'm gonna Google that. Okay, Grinches are not a recognized species. The Grinch species has never been clearly defined, and it remains a mystery throughout different adaptations of the story. Okay, so it's just vague. That's not- this isn't what the stream is about. We're supposed to be playing Limbus Company. Do you remember entering that lobotomy corp branch? Oh. Do you remember entering that lobotomy corp branch Chichun told us about? Ah, yeah. Yeah, we ran into a new abnormality and got sucked into it before we even had the chance to do anything. Man, I really thought that was it for us. Especially with you getting sucked in there too, Manager Bud. When we came to, despite waking up with our faces down in some ditch, we were all fine without a scratch. Though there was quite the mess when we realized that you'd gone missing. We wanted to search for you immediately, but it took a while before we got a better bearing of where we were. So we're not at U-Corp's Great Lake? Some of us consider that to be a distinct possibility, but it's unlikely. Ishmael was really certain that we were not in District 21. Hang on, I'm gonna get my water bottle. I got myself a new water bottle. How big is it? 72 ounces. memory, floor 2 is mid. You gotta get the, you gotta get,